Hello, we're bringing to you Sports Cruz again, and it's your special edition. It's the Olympic Games edition where we get to bring to you all the latest happenings, the most interesting and fascinating news happening at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Guess you've heard about that athlete who nearly won a medal, but unfortunately was denied by his manhood. Yes, that's quite shocking news to hear. And then also there's another athlete who broke his own world record in pole vault by just a centimeter. And guess what? He could have done it the hard way. He could have cleared much taller heights, but he decided to break his own record by just a centimeter. And there is a bizarre reason for him doing that. But in Africa also made history in basketball, and get which country was able to make history as far as basketball is concerned, because it's unprecedented in the history of the Olympic Games. Neither a man or a men's nor a women's basketball team has ever made it to the quarterfinals. But then one African team has been able to seal qualification to the knockout stage of the Paris 2024 basketball tournament. We'll also be bringing to you the latest update from Paris as far as the medal table is concerned. Which country has amassed the most medals, but then also which country has won the most gold medals so far after a couple of days at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. My name is Jose Okokwe. I'm your host, but don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also drop your comment in the comment section. All right, so let's start off with our very first story, an interesting story that happened during the pole vault discipline, the finals at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, where 21-year-old French man who goes by the name Anthony Imarati was denied a chance to win a medal after his manhood struck the bar when he was trying to clear 5.70 meters during the finals of the pole vault. Amirati thought he had already been able to clear the height after he nearly went over the bar, but unfortunately for him, his manhood would just make minimal contact with the bar, which saw him fail to clear the height in 3 attempts. But the most interesting news about that is that popular porn streaming website known as Camsoda has announced that they would make the Frenchman a lucrative offer of $250,000 just to pose naked with his manhood showing. And directly speaking to the Frenchman, a representative from Camcoda said, "As a lover of crotch-centric activities, I'd love to offer you up to $250,000 in exchange for a 60-minute webcam show in which you show off your goods, minus the crossbar, of course." That's some big money for a man who just missed out on a medal after his manhood denied him the chance to. But it's that same manhood could make him $250,000 richer if he only accepts to model for a porn streaming website. If you were Emirati, I'm sure you're going to take that deal, or you just say no and let it pass. All right, so let's move on to our next story. And this has to do with pole vault again at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, where world record holder Swedish-American Mondo Duplantis beat his own record during the pole vault finals. He only had to do it by a centimeter when he had a chance to even beat the record by a wider margin. Mondo Duplantis set a record of 6.25 meters this year in April at the Diamond League in China, and he is currently the world record holder as well as the Olympic Games holder. But during the finals of the pole vault in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, he had a chance to set a new record, and guess what? He only had or beat that record, which is 6.25 vault, by just 1 centimeter. And people question why he had to just beat it by a centimeter. And there has been further explanation saying that any athlete at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games that beat his or their own record ends up getting $100,000 as a bonus fee. So Mondo Duplantis, the Swede pole vaulter, knows that there will be more attempts to further break it and earn more money by just breaking the previous record by just a centimeter instead of trying to break it by a wider margin. That's some smartness on the part of the Swede, who is currently the world record holder, and he'll be walking away after winning gold at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. He also won gold at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, and which means that he'll be pocketing a cool $100,000. And if he is to beat that height by another centimeter or another 1 centimeter, then it means he could also walk away with $200,000, which is quite some money and smart move by the young Swedish international. Let's move on to our next story, where Africa just made history at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, but there could be more history on the way for the Africans after the Nigerian basketball women's basketball team made it to the knockout stages of the women's basketball discipline at the ongoing Paris 2024 Olympic Games. In the history of the Games, no African team, neither male nor female team, has ever made it to the knockout stages of the basketball event. They made it to the quarterfinals, where they are set to meet the USA in the quarterfinals of the women's basketball competition. But talking about Nigeria, after making history, can they brush aside the USA team that has won gold medals since 1996? That's dating 8 Olympic Games backwards, and that is quite some achievement. But after making history in the ongoing basketball or women's basketball competition, will the Nigerians want more? Will Africa be able to at least move into medal places in basketball for the first time in the history of the Olympic Games? All right, so let's move on with our stories, where Team USA managed to beat China in the table tennis finals, women's edition, in straight sets to win gold at the ongoing Paris 2024 Olympic Games. And after winning gold, the USA Olympic Committee took the opportunity to applaud or even congratulate the USA athletes. And there were 3 girls in the team that beat China to win gold at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games table tennis ladies categories. And these are the ladies that won gold for Team USA against China. And these 3 ladies go by the name of Amy Wang, Lily Zhang, and Rachel Sung. And these were the Americans that ended up beating China to win gold at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. And the question here is that, are these Americans that beat China to win gold for Team USA at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games? And it's quite fascinating to know that the ladies that won gold for USA are actually from China, and they beat China to win gold for USA. All right, so let's quickly have a look at the updated table after 10 days at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, where it's the US of A that lead with the most medals after 10 days, and it's China that have accumulated the most gold. But we are keeping you updated with regards to everything, every medal that's been won at the ongoing Paris 2024 Olympic Games, and this is the updated medal table after just 10 days at the Games. All right, so it's been an eventful edition of Sports Cruz, and it's the Olympic Games edition. It's been nice having you on the show. See you again in the next episode of Sports Cruz. My name is Josiah. Bye for now.